This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast.
Hello, Betsy.
Marcy! Hey, you got something to teach me about?
Maybe.
Okay.
Betsy,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of a Dybbuk?
Yes, but I don't know much. I've heard of a Dybbuk box.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep, you're right. So,
That's all I got. And I still don't understand really what it is.
well, I'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
So, in Jewish mythology, a Dybbuk, which means to adhere or cling, is a malicious possessing spirit believed to be the dislocated soul of a dead person.
Okay.
It supposedly leaves the host body once it has accomplished its goal, sometimes after being helped. So basically, it would take over your body and then do its own
what it needs.
bidding.
What? Oh.
Its own, whatever it needed to do.
Do whatever it
Yeah.
needs.
So, let's see. There were some early accounts of possession were demonic possessions rather than by ghosts, but these accounts advocated by orthodoxy among the populace, whatever. So basically, like Jewish Orthodox, like think that maybe the reason why some people were possessed by this Dybbuk, this is such a funny specific, was that they were maybe for doing customs wrong, like a sloppily made mezuzah, or doubt about Moses crossing the Red Sea. It would open one's household up to a Dybbuk possession.
Wait, so if you didn't believe that Moses parted the Red Sea,
if you were
you would open up.
basically,
and if you did traditions
if you
a
were
little off.
If you were a bad Jew, then you were more susceptible to possession by a Dybbuk.
Oh my goodness.
So some members of the Jewish faith believe a Dybbuk was once a living being, but now they are basically a ghost in limbo. In modern times, however, scary stories about Dybbuks are usually presented akin to demonic possession, correct? Like we talked about. So all this information is coming from Wikipedia and I think ranker.com.
Okay.
You can rank stuff there.
Oh, cool.
So basically, it means, so in Hebrew, technically a Dybbuk can refer to any otherworldly entity that latches onto a human, whether it be of demonic nature or something that was once alive. But I think basically people are like, it's either a demon or it could be just a malevolent spirit.
Yes, okay.
So it's bad. So Jewish ghost stories and scary Jewish legends warn listeners that about what makes you susceptible, blah, blah, blah. So even the Bible mentions possessions and Jesus performing exorcisms for
Really?
people.
I didn't know that.
I know. We got to read our Bible.
I got to reread that Bible.
I told you to read your passage before we start recording. So since a Dybbuk was once human, a rabbi may attempt to communicate with it, find out what it wants, and convince it to leave. So the Dybbuk can choose to remove itself at any time, or its victim may be able to drive it away with a religious ceremony.
Okay.
But basically, they're trying to appeal to its human nature.
Okay.
They're trying to rationalize it. Be like, come on.
Yeah.
You don't want to stay in that nasty old, come on.
They're just destroying some person's body. Like, ew, you want to stay in that stinky person's body? I smell? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to stay in that stinky, boring, always just talking about their flower bed. You want to stay in that one?
Come on.
Get out of there.
You can find...
That's kind of a good way of just shaming. It's a bummer.
Yeah, to be like...
Especially for that person.
Yeah, if a small child possessed by a demon, you're like, who cares? No one even likes that kid.
That kid's a dork, dude.
That kid's a dud.
That kid can't play sports. What a dork. That kid's crying. Hey, you're clean, though.
So, let's see. Some myths say that the Dybbuk escaped from Gehenna. Gehenna, which is roughly the equivalent of purgatory or hell.
Okay.
Which purgatory and hell are not the same.
They're different, right?
I'm a Catholic, so it's not the same. While others say they're flat out rejected from entering Gehenna for committing serious offenses like suicide.
Oh.
So maybe it's someone, who, like a spirit that can't move on but has to, like, be here. So,
yeah, okay.
They can latch onto objects as well as people.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Kevin Mannis, we all know Kevin, purchased an old wine cabinet from an estate sale back in 2003 and was plagued with paranormal activity since he brought it home. According to Mannis, it belonged to a Holocaust survivor named Havela. When Mannis later offered to give the box back to Havela's family, her granddaughter refused it and said it had been kept sealed up because a Dybbuk lived inside it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Of
course.
This is kind of what I heard about. Not this specific one, but that idea.
Yeah.
Of, like, here's an object.
Of course, Mannis had already opened it.
Uh-oh.
Inside, he found two 1920s pennies, a bound lock of blonde hair.
No.
A bound lock of dark hair.
No.
A small statue engraved with the word shalom.
No.
A golden wine goblet.
No.
Wait, these are fine.
No.
A dried rosebud and a candle holder.
Sick.
It just seems like someone's precious memory
Hair,
box.
a lock of hair.
That's what moms do with babies.
No, my mom did it.
I think it sounds like what it was like a wedding box.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like if it's got like all that, like the two colors of locks of hair, a golden wine goblet, a dried rosebud, a candle holder.
Yeah,
that sounds
still.
like wedding stuff.
Yeah, that's still
right.
creepy.
It's still possessed. You're right. It's still possessed.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some old dried up stuff for your birthday.
I'm not going to keep it in my house.
Well,
it's
it's cursed. It doesn't matter. It's already stuck there.
No.
So, Kevin suffered vivid nightmares after opening the box and decided to gift the cursed object to his own mother. What?
Oh, no.
Kevin!
Because she left him home alone multiple times, and one time
Yep.
he went to New York City.
They said his last name was Mannis, but it's really McAllister.
Yeah, they changed it for this.
So he gave it to his mom. And
That's a good prequel to all of the, or a sequel, like he's back.
He's back, and he's badder
and
than ever.
Dibbing boxing up his mom. Kevin!
So, after he gave his mother the box, she suffered a stroke right after receiving it. So Mannis put the Dybbuk box up for auction on eBay, and since then it's made the rounds and has made quite the reputation for itself.
Oh my goodness.
So do you want to hear some other Dybbuk stories?
Yeah,
but isn't that crazy to be like, I think this thing is cursed.
I'm going to give it to my mom.
Mama?
She totally left him home alone and in New York. And then in episode, the third one, like Russian spies came.
And then they got...
and it wasn't even Christmas time?
Then the mom and dad got a divorce and a new boyfriend came.
Really? Is that the fourth one?
I think it's the fourth one. Oh, man. I don't want them to have a divorce.
No, they shouldn't.
You stay together, guys. Okay. So, a Truman State student bought the Dybbuk box and lost his hair.
This one.
Yeah. So the infamous Dybbuk box has changed hands several times since Mannis listed it on eBay. Everyone who's owned the box has complained of nightmares of an old hag and the smell of cat urine or jasmine flowers mysteriously wafting through the air near the box. According to previous Dybbuk box owners, Lusif Niziki, in addition to horrific nightmares and strange smells, all the lights in his home began to burn out constantly, and he began suffering hair loss. His hair literally fell out of his head for no known medical reason.
Oh my goodness.
So then the Dybbuk box plagued Jason Haxon with the mysterious illness. So Jason Haxon, the director of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine in Missouri, was next in line to purchase the Dybbuk box. He bought it from Lusif Niziki, after Niziki had enough of it, Haxton experienced the same things the previous owner did. However, he also developed various health issues that couldn't be explained. He would break out in hives, serious welts, and would appear all over his body. He was even coughing up blood.
Oh my goodness!
It was Haxton who finally took the curse box to paranormal specialists and religious leaders to get it sealed again. Once the entity was sealed up tight, Haxton buried it. He kept its location secret for years, hoping to figure out its truth and find the right person to, quote unquote, help it. It appears he found the right person and recently sold the Dybbuk box to paranormal investigator Zach Baggins.
Oh, my boy on Ghost Adventures.
Bashivu, who plans on displaying it in his haunted museum.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy that people would keep buying the same thing that, like, people are like, my hair fell out and I'm haunted. And they're like, I want that.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'll pay you $200.
That's wild. Well, you don't think they put that in the eBay
they would
thing
have to.
of, like, my hair's been falling out?
I think they would, don't you?
No.
Because I think people are like, I don't believe that.
I do think they're, or I do think people are even curious about, like, really? Let's see
I
want to
see if it's haunted, yeah.
But I do think I don't think they would write in the description, like, hey, I think this is haunted.
Honestly, it just tells you a lot about capitalism, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, money makes the world go round and Dybbuk boxes kill people. Let's see. So in the Bible, a Dybbuk tormented King Saul.
Oh.
It's possible an evil Dybbuk latched onto King Saul at a time when he was undergoing a spiritual degeneration. The Old Testament describes the spirit attachment in the box of Samuel stating, and it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul. And it was through the soothing music played by David that the spirit was eased out of its attachment to the king.
Oh.
The prophet Elijah was possessed by Dybbuk. Let's see, what did they do? Okay. Basically, it was just bad.
Wow.
It was just bad. Elijah was invaded by the spirit of a dead man who wanted to trick the king into going to war.
Oh, good.
I bet.
Ugh.
I mean, it seems like Dybbuk.
You think that's happening now?
It's happening right now. There's a Dybbuk in the White House.
There is a Dybbuk in the White House.
Oh, Dybbuk.
The
Dybbuk can drive people to madness. When a person's spirit and body are not connected and operating in unison, they can fall victim to a Dybbuk. Dybbuks prey on the weak or mentally ill. Humans suffering from depression, psychosis, or who habitually use mind-altering drugs are all believed to be hospitable environments for the Dybbuk. Once inside the person, the Dybbuk grows exceedingly wicked and worsens any pre-existing conditions. Call your doctor if any of these. No.
Diarrhea.
Dryness of the mouth. Operating heavy machinery.
Dryness of the eyes.
It can drive
loss of appetite.
It can drive its victims deeper into despair until they succumb to madness.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is actually what I was talking about drinking earlier.
Yeah.
So the host takes on the traits of the Dybbuk. The Dybbuk may possess someone only in the pursuit of its own unfinished business, but it invades the body in a way that changes its host as well. Unlike films where possession is depicted as two streams of consciousness existing in one body, a Dybbuk slowly becomes the person it was while alive, and it brings its host along for the ride. So, for example, if the Dybbuk was a heavy drinker or smoker in life, then the host will now become one too. If the Dybbuk died alone, it will isolate its host from its family and friends so that the Dybbuk can exist in a familiar circumstance.
So, like, it starts to, like, take over a body, but it's, like, never seen plumbing before.
Yeah, and it's like, no.
Out.
So it starts, so, like, if, like, you have a brother that starts, like, only going to shit in the woods, he might have a Dybbuk.
He might have a Dybbuk.
If you walk by a person's house and they ain't wearing no pants in the yard, he might be a Dybbuk. Let's see. The Jewish exorcism can coax a Dybbuk out of the victim. Basically, they try to get a group of 10 men known as a minyan, and they gather around the afflicted circle to pray. The group. This is very specific. The group recites Psalms 91.
I thought you were going to say, like, Paul McCartney lyrics.
Here comes the sun. The group recites Psalms 91 3 times while a rabbi... This is so funny. Okay, it's not funny. This is serious. The group recites Psalms 91 3 times while a rabbi blows into a shofar, that's a ram's horn, in a specific tone, and this is meant to shatter the body, spiritually speaking, so the entity can be shaken loose.
Whoa.
But yeah, so they had a couple of movies based on it, the Possession, and then The Unborn. I saw The Possession. I think I was telling you about that recently.
Yeah.
And it's like a wooden box that...
Yes.
That the Dybbuk possesses.
Yes.
And a father finds
it. And you liked it, right?
Yeah, it's good.
I gotta see that one.
It's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
What a babe.
What a baby.
What a babe. But that's a Dybbuk.
That's wild.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's wow. That's crazy. If I'm ever a spirit and I, am stuck somewhere and I have, like, unfinished business, I'm taking a body and going to Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
If you notice your mama starts burping and insisting on Taco Bell and brews, it might be a Dybbuk named Betsy.
Yeah.
That's my Dybbuk.
Ooh, that's good. That's spooky.
Yeah. So every time you drink, you're going to worry, is a Dybbuk going to get inside of me?
Is it a Dybbuk? No. Maybe.
I'll do Psalms 91 three times.
Yeah.
Then I'll blow into a ram's horn.
Yep, I got one.
And
of
I'll
those.
shatter your body.
Perfect. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Betsy, are you very excited for our next guest?
I am so excited.
I'm not. Just kidding.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We are doing something a little different with this guest.
Yes, we are.
So he is very, very funny.
So funny.
He's a writer. He's written on, a writer for Game of Thrones, a writer for The Onion at one point in time. I don't know when. Yeah. Currently, no. Oh. Well, sorry for that. Mark Rennie.
Oh,
hello.
Mark.
So what's different about this one is, Mark, you are a skeptic.
I'm a total wet blanket.
So we didn't invite someone on with a fun story. We invited someone on to ruin it for us.
Yay.
Yeah.
Woo, thanks so much, Mark.
And I love ghost stories, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I'm not like, when I hear them, I'm not, well, I probably am rolling my eyes, but I'm also like,
Yeah,
just
when are you
because
not?
You also just roll your eyes
at anything.
when you everything.
When it rains.
You just rolled your eyes as you said it.
This again.
But honestly, we live in California. When it rains, it's a big deal.
It is a big
Who
deal.
cares?
But like, just because it's not true doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. Like, I love Star
That's true.
Wars.
Yeah. And do you notice how definitive he was with just because it's not true?
Yeah.
He didn't say just because I don't believe in it. He said because it's not true, guys. So brace yourselves now.
Get ready.
I'm ready for the hate.
If you are very offended by people who love to shit on your beliefs, you're going to buckle up.
I don't like, also, if someone tells me a ghost story, I don't start saying, no,
I mean,
no.
I feel like I literally have experienced you doing that, though, where I start to tell a story and you're like, no, didn't happen.
I guess my takeaway is like, I guess just because you think it happened isn't enough for me to think it happened.
Okay.
And
That's
I think
fair
that's fine. Why do I need to believe it happened?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to make a relation there to consent and rape in America, but I just did.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Please don't.
Yeah,
okay.
stop.
I know, I'm just saying
I
that.
think in this case, you are the rapist. You're forcing your story
No,
upon me, and I need to just take it. I have no say in the matter. I never gave consent.
I just meant believing people. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not the same thing. I should edit that out.
Nah,
So-
keep it
But
in.
overall, I would say I like hearing like real ghost stories. I think they're fun. They're creepy. Like
Yeah.
I love scary movies. I read horror novels.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that stuff.
Yes.
But because usually I think they're harmless. They're
Yes.
harmless fun. But
Yeah.
in one case, the one story I want to talk about tonight, I do not think it's harmless. I think it is morally reprehensible.
Well, we're going to get there. But so normally how we start these is that we ask, what are your beliefs
Oh,
in anything? And we're halfway there, but
in anything?
yeah, like what were you say? Where do you fall in the realm of like any sort of paranormal?
I don't believe any of it.
Any of it?
I haven't experienced anything supernatural.
But even still, like, you don't believe in, like, like, I don't mean like your religious beliefs, but like essentially like life after death, none of it, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
Is my
Probably
Yeah,
not.
that's kind of yeah.
I think once you're dead, you're toast. Because there was a time before you existed, and you don't remember that. Because there was a time you never existed. So chances are you'll return to that again. Mm-hmm. It's just our ego. I think it's impossible to fathom ourselves not existing. You cannot imagine yourself not existing.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
But there was a time you didn't exist, and everyone else was fine.
Do you believe in? Do you believe in aliens and stuff?
I think there's probably odds
Like,
are
there
there's
has to be.
extraterrestrial life. Do I think they visited us and probed us? Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet that's what bacteria think too. People aren't real.
I haven't been put under a
Who was the
microscope.
aggressor in this relationship, Marcy?
We both
You just
are.
compared me to bacteria.
No. I compared a people not believing in aliens to, yeah. And you're not the only person in the world who doesn't believe in aliens. Trust me.
Well, he said he does.
I do believe in aliens.
Oh, yeah, right.
I think
He just
odds
doesn't
are.
think that they've come to
here.
Earth.
Yeah.
Right. Why would
Yeah.
they bother?
I mean, I don't know. I the same reason why I guess we try to go to other planets, but I don't care.
But also, like, couldn't they just use, like, their Hubble and observe? Why did they actually need to come? Like, we knew plenty about Mars before we landed a little probe on it.
Yeah, that's true.
But we still landed a little probe on it.
We did land a little probe on it. That's an adorable little crawler.
Aw. So that's where you fall. So, yeah.
I don't believe in crystals. I don't believe in... Well, I think, like, anything that helps give you intention or, like, helps put a focus to your thoughts and things is valid. Great.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
works
great.
for you.
Whatever helps you, do you.
But, like, that extra step where, like, this crystal does this and this one does that. Like, no, you could do it with a bottle of water, give that intention, and, like, whatever works
Honestly,
for you.
there is a meditation where you put your intention on a glass of water, and
I
then
bet.
you
On
and
this
then you
Target brand
and then
bottle
you drink
water?
the whole thing,
And then you drink the whole thing.
and then it becomes part of you.
I think anything that helps you, like, intellectualize or be introspective about where you are in your life and what you want
Is
to change,
great.
Yeah.
it's great. But I think to ascribe supernatural, when you take the extra step of, like, well, I wasn't on my vision board, so it didn't happen,
Yeah.
is like, that's a step
Yeah.
too far.
I get that of just because I feel I'm like working on that in therapy of like, oh,
That's the
because I
thing,
didn't
yeah.
do this,
Oh.
this thing didn't happen. My therapist is like, no, you can't be thinking like that because I used to be very superstitious,
Oh.
where it's like, oh, if I don't knock on wood 12 times, then this awful thing's gonna happen to me. And yeah, I think that's taking it to the one step too far
Right.
of like, I'm not just looking at where I am in this world. I'm now taking it to another and like blaming the world for not
Yeah.
whatever, which
And also,
is
you're
not
giving yourself so much power than you really
too
have.
much power.
You know what
My
I mean?
ego's huge.
Mad with power, honestly.
And OCD, baby.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, yeah. So you were getting really fired up.
You were revving up the engine.
and no, I love it. I love it. I love seeing Mark Rennie fired up.
Okay.
So what do you think is damaging? Is that what you were saying? That you were like, I think it's actually damaging?
I think it's morally reprehensible.
Okay.
Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
He's
I have
bringing up
notes,
notes.
but I think
I
I
love
got
it.
it. I just want, like, for dates and time. Well,
That's great.
Dates and, like, places, because I'm bad at that. But I
Yeah.
have the gist.
Yes, I love the gist. All we do is just gist around.
I mean, we're very
We're
inaccurate.
covered in gist.
Okay.
yeah. You like that one, Mark?
I did, yeah.
Thank you.
I like
Well, tell
that.
us.
Okay.
Oh yeah, please.
Well, the story I want to talk about is the modern classic, the Amityville Horror.
Oh yeah.
It spawned books, plenty of movies. Never a good movie, but it's had
Reboots of the
plenty of
movies.
Reboot after reboot.
Ryan
First time
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds abs for the first
Oh
time.
hell yeah, very scary.
Very scary.
Honestly, Chris Pratt, watch Ryan Reynolds, because that could be you.
Oh yeah.
Remember Ryan Reynolds was like a goofy, lovable like comedian, and then he turned hot hunk
Well, didn't
superhero.
Isn't
Chris
Chris
Pratt
Pratt
already
doing
do
that
that?
now?
That's what I mean. Like, watch this trajectory. You can
He
learn.
already did
But
it.
they're doing it.
But you
He's
can,
done it.
but I mean, like,
What are you talking about,
Because I'm
Marcy?
saying Ryan it kind of dried up a little. I mean, I guess he's
For
still
who?
doing action.
Chris Pratt?
Ryan Reynolds.
He's in Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Those
I
were
just,
huge movies.
but I feel
Shit.
like we're just not talking about him anymore, right?
Oh,
but I guess
I
he's
think
shit.
you're not talking about him.
Mark
Marcy.
and I, all we do is talk about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
honestly, I hope he comes on this podcast.
You should come to our podcast, Reynolds Rap.
You stinker. Keep going.
Anyways, so here's the origin story of Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
It all started on November 13th, 1974, when 6 members of a family were murdered in their sleep by their sons.
Saying it too happy. You're saying it too happy.
Sorry.
Murdered in their sleep.
Murdered in the sleep.
So basically, these 2 parents shot in their bed along with their 2 sons and 2 daughters. And it turns out their sole remaining family member was Ronald Jr., a Butch. He was arrested for the crime. It's clear-cut. He admitted it. Cut to the following year, another family moves into the house, and the Lutzes, they start saying, oh, my God, this is a real hell house. They think it's haunted now. There's like a demon. They said an unseen force ripped like hinges from the door, destroyed cabinets, like green slime oozed from the ceilings. A biblical scale swarm of insects attacked the family.
Gross.
And then also a demonic face with glowing red eyes peered into their house at night, leaving cloven-hoofed footprints in the morning snow.
Ew.
Snow.
Snow? Yuck. That's cold.
Yeah. And then they also said they thought it was because it was like built on an Indian burial ground.
Honestly,
Classic.
there are so many Indian burial
I
grounds in
feel
America.
all of the United States, right?
Whoever knew that there were more Native Americans who built burial grounds than there are actual living people today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's really gross. An American genocide. Like that's the basic gist of that. So the family only stayed there a month. The Lutzes only stayed there a month, saying we can't live like this.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, this book comes out, all in the wake of the movie The Exorcist, by the way.
And who did the book? The Lutzes?
Sorry,
keep going.
it's their story, and they worked with this author.
Okay, great.
To do it. So like then that book became a movie. And it became the whole phenomenon.
Is this around like Satanic Panic?
This would have been.
It
would have
a little bit before.
It would have predated because Satanic Panic was like in the 80s and 90s, and this would have been a little early.
Okay, great.
But it is right after The Exorcist.
Pre.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
continue.
but then you do a little research on this story.
Oh boy, loopholes.
You find out those unseen doors that like rip cabinets off the earth, they still have the original cabinets. Everything's fine. Cloven hoofs in the snow. It didn't even snow that day. Bullshit. And then also lets its claim
Do
to
you
call
think they
the
meant
cops.
frost though, or no?
Who leaves hoof prints in the frost?
Do you think he meant mud and he's just an idiot?
Honestly, it could be a deer too. Now that I'm thinking,
Hell
of
yeah,
it.
It
dude.
could be a deer.
Lots of deer.
Otto, a deer.
And then also police records show that they never once called the police, even though the Lutzes claim they had. So then it comes down to it. You find out Butch's lawyer had a meeting with the Lutzes because they came up with the idea of haunted because they kind of wanted to work in like a supernatural defense for the crime.
For them to like...
Yeah. And then it kind of...
Oh, wait, is this the first family who killed?
Butch is the guy who murdered everyone. He met up with the Lutzes, and he said they came up with this idea over several bottles of wine.
Why didn't they put him in jail? They should have put him in jail.
They did put him in jail.
And he met up with them.
He's in prison right now.
So this is before the trial.
Before the trial, yeah.
Okay, so
and they're like, we're going to plead supernatural
We're
going to
plead, supernatural force, which I don't think is a real defense. No. So they came up with it over bottles of wine, and then the book author embellished that more. And then the movie embellished that more. So it's kind of like a game of telephone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Purple Monkey dishwasher.
And then also those 2 kooks from The Conjuring, Ed and Lorraine Warren came, and they confirmed it was
they
haunted.
love each other, man.
I think
in that Conjuring too, they love each other.
I hate that they're being made into heroes.
I mean, that first Conjuring, though, Vera's collars.
But it's like
all I want.
We have to separate the people from the actors, though.
Yeah, because
right?
what if like Chris Pratt played the ShamWow guy? You would think ShamWow guy is great.
Yeah, I would.
And we shouldn't make the ShamWow guy a hero.
Is he shitty?
Well, he's like a con artist.
Oh,
They're like
that's true. That's true.
Selling a
Didn't
crappy
he
product.
also assault people, though?
There you go.
I bet.
He
There
did.
You go.
There you go.
He did. Like, that's why he's bad.
So why are we making him sympathetic? Ed and Lorraine Warren
We're
exploited
not, Mark.
people.
We're not. We didn't make the ShamWow guy. What are you talking about?
I'm the last line of defense before the ShamWow movie.
I'm writing it right now.
So you have a real problem with the Warrens, correct?
Well, I think they're just con artists. Mm-hmm. And I don't think movies should be making them into heroes.
Okay.
Because they go in looking for a ghost. And
You're going to really hate that Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Who's afraid?
The one,
Titanic?
No, the one where
Gilbert Grape?
Is it Catch Me If
The
You Can?
Beach.
I love Catch Me If You Can.
Well, he's a con artist.
But they say that in the movie.
And it's about him being one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just want the con artist to fess up.
Can
then.
I, though, I guess play devil's advocate?
Absolutely.
That idea,
You love
though,
the
of
devil,
like
first and foremost.
the Warrens, though, calming people, like almost as like crystals or whatever, help people calm down or whatever. Like the Warrens coming to families and calming.
But he's saying it's like, well, there's nothing to be calmed about.
Yeah, but I mean, even if it's mentally them, like,
well, did they
doesn't
charge
that
people
help?
for this?
I don't know.
Because I think they go in, like, it's like a total perversion of the scientific method where they go in expecting a ghost. Oh, the result of this is ghost. So how do we combine these, like, clues and facts to, like, fit our
result
as
of a
opposed to
ghost.
being open. They're not, like, actual scientists or anything, or even, like, actual doctors, because that's not how the scientific method works.
That's true.
You don't go in with the result in mind and then, like, pick and choose everything. Well, we were right.
That's how a lot of murder cases are
handled.
Handled in law.
Yeah, that they just decide that they need to put a story, weave a narrative that leads to this suspect.
Yeah.
Okay,
and now
great.
people have lived in the Amityville house since, like, the Lutzes moved out.
And everything's good?
People have lived there for 10 years afterwards, reported nothing. The only thing they had were, like, people driving by and harassing
Of course.
them.
Yeah.
But the thing I find so gross about this case is that there was an actual murder. Like, 6 people
and we forget about
actually
that.
died. And then, like, this one family to move in the next year and write a book and sell the rights of the movie.
Yeah, the
Make so
Lutzes
much
sound
money.
pretty shitty.
Yeah, and there's, like, another child.
I love them. I think they're great.
And another child of the family that was murdered who's, like, had a terrible life.
The daughter, the teenage
No,
daughter.
it's like the guy, I forget his name, but he had another documentary called, like, My Amityville Horror.
I watched it.
And of course he says, well, I think my dad heard voices. Like, go figure, a guy whose entire family was murdered might have skewed ideas of what
that they might have mental illness running in the family.
Absolutely.
I think they absolutely do, right?
Yeah.
But to, like, take that story and, like, exploit it to, like, ghosts and goblins, you know what I mean? To make it into, like, a Hollywood thrill ride, I think is really gross. Like, we wouldn't do, like, a movie about the house where John Bonet was killed and, like, oh, there's a ghost, ghost of John Bonet.
Time.
Of course.
Change the names. Could you change the names?
Never ever.
Jean Bennett.
Bon Janae.
Like a spooky crown comes out and
Oh, no.
someone's choked by a sash.
I mean, that is a haunted family.
Pineapple falling from the ceiling.
Oh.
Shit smeared all over the walls when you wake up, because that's what the kid did, the boy. He was, what do they call it?
Scatological?
Scatological. He would, like, shit in his room and rub it on his walls.
That's scatological? Or just love scat?
I want to say scatophile, but that's not.
He's a scatophile.
But I don't think it's correct. But he did. He would.
Yeah,
I thought a scatophile was someone who collected Rosemary Clooney records.
I'm leaving. Anyway, keep going.
I mean, that's pretty much all I had.
All right.
All right.
No, that's great.
So I just think, like, other ghost stories are fine and harmless, but this one is, like, actually based on real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go to, like, a Universal City, the haunted horror nights of the Amityville house where, like,
Where
people actually killed here. Like, they wouldn't do the O.J. Brentwood house and, like, Nicole Simpson jump out at you.
I mean,
I would go to that.
I would go. I feel bad, and
Mark,
I would go.
I think you've got a whole franchise ahead of you.
I'm too good at this.
Look, if you could just sell your soul, I think you could make a lot of money. So, are there any other, like, big famous hauntings that you're at least interested in, even if you don't believe him?
I love Winchester Mystery House in San Jose.
I love
Which
that.
it doesn't really sound haunted so much, but tell our listeners in case they don't know.
Well, Sarah Winchester.
She's supposedly haunted, right? Or sorry, keep going. You go.
Maybe. I don't know. She was the heir. Her husband came up with the Winchester rifle. This is like in the 1800s. And, like, she went to a psychic who said, like, every person who's been killed by a Winchester rifle is going to haunt you.
Yes.
Unless you continually build a house, which is a very odd solution.
To, like, lead the spirits to the wrong way.
Like
away from
appeasing
her.
the spirits by putting in a
By
bunch of
constantly
weird
building.
staircases. Yeah.
So like there's like staircases that go to a ceiling and like second story doors that open onto drops.
It basically looks like what is that artist's name?
MC
Escher?
Yes, that's basically
Jinx.
yeah.
What,
And it's a
wasn't it
beautiful
like,
home.
And wasn't it for like 30 years or something, 24 hours a day people were
Constantly.
building?
Yeah, they
Just
thought that would like
constantly.
keep the
Which is
spirits at bay.
Very funny because like if you listen to so many ghost stories, it's when they start construction on houses is when the ghosts start getting upset.
Oh, yeah, because this is our spot. Or
Yeah.
like renovating or
Yeah,
something.
so like ghosts don't like construction.
Well, they would
crews.
hate HGTV. Flip or flop. They're not into
Keep it.
them.
Keep it.
What a good crossover idea.
Yeah, Ghost Hunters meet Flip or Flop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So we would
Mark,
go in.
you're on fire with
Wait.
these great ideas.
So we need to find someone capable of rebuilding
Drew
things.
Tarver.
Great.
Kind of.
No, he's not. But sure, he could flip. He's
He
flipped
can
houses.
flip. He can flip. He can
So
flip.
we go into haunted houses and we investigate them. Then we rid
Flip
them of
'em.
ghosts, renovate them, and
We
sell them for-
rid them of ghosts.
I'll do it.
What
You
do
know
you
how
do?
to
Just
rid them of ghosts?
burn
Get
some
out of here,
sage?
ghosts.
Yeah, burn
Nobody
some
wants you.
sage. Burn
Go
some
into the light?
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Here's
Amscray.
what I'll do is I trick him to get into a bottle, put a cork on the top, throw it into the ocean.
Then you got a
How do
genie.
you trick him to get in the bottle?
I say, ooh, there's a
Cheese?
sexy little ghost in here.
Ooh, yo, 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 yo. And then you toss it in the ocean
That
and
sounds-
you litter.
And then it goes all the way across the ocean.
To bother somebody else?
To, yeah, and you open it
Australia.
up, yeah, and they go, oh, I got ghosts all over me. That's it. That's my idea, guys.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it's fine. Whatever. You hate it. It's fine.
What?
Anyway, so any other,
We
what
run out
other
of
things
to
can you,
say.
so I guess you don't.
What other things can you ruin? You are about
There's
to
no Santa.
Oh, no.
I am so sorry for the little children.
the
listening.
tiny children who are fucking listening to this.
Can
I
I?
don't- yes.
My mom's friend told me when I was 12 there was no Santa, which feels reasonable, right?
12.
I still believe though,
Right
and I
now?
think
That's
I
fun.
think I would have continued for a long time. And I remember thinking that if she hadn't told me, and I just kept believing he might still be real, but the idea that she told me made me know for sure, and then I couldn't even then because I thought my belief might keep him real in some way.
Oh, that's a lot of the movies.
And then I was like, you fucking bitch. You fucking
Jesus.
ruined
That's how you
my-
talk to
So you
her.
immediately
God.
turn from super innocent
Yeah.
to just being like, you fucking cunt.
My
I'm gonna
innocence
cut
You
your
did-
throat with a rusty knife.
was ripped away from me.
My God.
Oh, my.
My mom would leave out the same wrapping paper on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. So, and like Santa would have the same wrapping paper as us.
Oh, she'd be like,
That
well,
was
I don't want
smart.
him to use his own materials.
Well, that would explain why Santa had the same wrapping paper
She
as
couldn't
like
just
presents
buy
for
an
Mom and
extra
Dad.
roll.
No, she's on a budget. We did wonder why Santa had the same handwriting though.
Yes. I remember I was snooping around my parents' room and I saw a gift that then I got from Santa. And so that was kind of the like, oh, Santa's not real. But then like my parents over the years, they'll still like put Santa presents out.
Right.
But like it got to the point when they started to just kind of slow down, it was just like, hey, like Santa didn't leave a note or anything. And they're like, yeah, Santa was pretty tired last night. Santa's not really going to wrap any gifts this year.
Can I just tell you that this is reminding me? So I stopped believing in Santa around like 12. The next year, though, so it would have been that following Easter.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Just because Santa's not real does not mean the Easter Bunny isn't. But I kind of thought that's
So
probably
you were
true.
13.
No, I still would have been 12.
Mark's so mad.
His eyes flew out of his head.
His eyes.
So it would just have been a few months later for Easter. So I was
The
still
Easter
12.
Bunny never had any appeal for me.
So wait, I was like, the Easter Bunny's probably not
Yeah.
real. But I woke up late in the night and I heard people moving around the house. And I thought, oh my God, the Easter Bunny's not real, so that means someone's in the house.
Home invasion.
I was up panicked. I was like, I know it can't be the Easter Bunny because he's not real and someone is out there.
Oh, no.
Because I heard my mom and sister putting together the
Yeah.
baskets. I was like in a fucking terror. like for an hour while they were, because they were just like in the living room, and it was like had a long hallway. So
you go from believing the Easter Bunny to then just being terrified of like
when you lose your innocence,
creepy
you
crawlers.
Go to like
yeah, you go to the
100.
extreme.
It went bad fast.
You go. Yeah, you go. There's no middle ground.
When I was like, well, magic isn't possible, so only destruction could be.
There's no Cupid's arrow, so
I'll die alone. Oh my God, is that why I am single?
Maybe on point. Yeah.
Okay, a pointed arrow, right?
A pointed arrow.
So the Winchester house.
I love that one. It's also a beautiful house. There are some things in that house where it's like, why is this staircase only like they have 1-inch stairs? Really why?
Yeah.
It's because they were running out of supplies.
Well, and also she was like an 80-year-old woman and couldn't
it's
go
essentially
up like
a ramp.
Yeah, it's essentially a ramp. So it's like they just look at like orthopedic devices and like, why is it like this? Why is there a rail next to the bathtub? Weird.
Isn't she crazy?
I mean, she is crazy.
She is, but she's also old, man.
And also a lot of the confusing stuff people said like there were no blueprints for there too. They were literally making up the house as they went along. So not everything's going to link together.
Yeah, you can't, because when you're just building a bullshit like addition, you don't need an architect to make sure it's structurally sound, right?
Wait, what? In real life?
Well, no, but like she's not using these, like if there's a staircase on the ceiling going to a door that doesn't open.
Yeah, there's no architect being like,
Yeah, you don't need to be like, well, it should be 9 inches high because the gate of a normal like you don't need that.
That's
bullshit.
true. That's very true.
Are there any other paranormal things that get under your craw?
I think the notion of Indian burial ground being the source of thing is like kind of problematic these days.
I do too.
Right?
You know what? I have a friend that is that she's native, and I want to have her on to ask her about like, what do you think about all the
thoughts?
damn building, the building on top of an Indian burial ground? But like the actual poltergeist that was a burial ground, like a real one, right?
It was a cemetery,
was a
regular
cemetery.
an Anglo cemetery.
Okay. And so the scene where
They
Craig
moved
T.
the
Nelson
headstones, but
is
not the bodies.
Yeah.
he's like in the pool, and that's a real skeleton.
Oh,
Beth Williams is in the pool.
Who?
Jo Beth Williams, the mom, is the one in the pool.
Oh, it's not Craig T.
and
Nelson.
it is
Craig
a
T.
real skeleton. I remember
It is a real.
Yeah.
And then that was one of those movies that they claimed was cursed, right? Because 2 of the young actors, or more
got
than
like pretty
2.
sick and
was 2.
died or
Well,
something.
no, one was murdered by her husband or her boyfriend.
Yeah, the teenage daughter
She was
murdered.
Oh,
And then
Her boyfriend choked her.
Jesus.
Carol Ann had like a disease.
She had Crohn's disease, yeah.
But like 2
And she
out
died making the 3rd one, and they just filmed with a stunt double for the remainder of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when she's like 7 feet tall and a black man, that's a stunt double.
Nuh-uh. It works
Okay.
for the story. No,
Well,
it
that
just-
one has the apartment building with all
Yeah.
those mirrors.
You
so I
notice
just
it
thought
because they start carrying her, and you only see the back of her head.
that's so sad.
Yeah.
It is sad. But also any franchise, this is terrible, but like any franchise that's around for like 3 movies, you're going to have some deaths.
Wait, there is another. God,
Right?
there's another movie that was in development. Actually, someone should look it up. My phone's far away. So it was this movie that was in development that I think Chris Farley was signed on for. Phil Hartman was signed on for.
Oh my! Oh, I remember hearing about this.
And it's basically, I'll have to like cover it sometime, but it's basically like they've been trying to get this movie developed for decades, and the people that are attached keep dying.
Do you think it's cursed?
That's the legend of it.
Do you believe in curses like that? Like, do you think there's a poltergeist curse?
I don't know. There is something strange, and I have friends that have experienced
Or is it just coincidence?
Yeah, that it's like something bad happened once I did this, but there are coincidences, and then they're all like, I don't know. Once everyone dies,
It feels like that's just the basis of human justify. Like that's why religion is a thing.
Could you go back and forth, Betsy, on like paranormal? I feel like you always say like you want to believe.
she's a waffler.
Yeah.
She's a waffle.
Well, yeah, that's what we talk about. Like, I want to believe. I think it's fun. I think I do believe, but I don't want to see anything.
So, but you also want to believe, and then you don't want there to be proof that it's real because it's too intense for you.
I want there to be proof, but not to me. Like, I want to be able to see it on a video.
But you wouldn't believe it though.
That's true. I mean,
Because every time you see it, you say that's not real. So, and you don't want it to happen to you because you don't want to be the person to decide if it's real or not. You need the plausibility that it's fake.
Yeah, I think so, because I do think I would feel like it would make me question some stuff.
It makes you much more at danger.
And I was thinking once you experience like deja vu, and deja vu is just the mind giving you the sensation of remembering something and not the actual memory. You know what I mean? Like deja vu is just it's like a brain misfire.
Yeah.
Once you experience that, how could in some ways then you know your brain is an unreliable narrator.
Honestly, that's a good point for everyone. Just walk away from this podcast knowing that your brain is just an organ that can fail you. It is not where your personality it creates it, but it doesn't. It is not run by your personality.
Yeah.
You are not in control of your brain, and you can't fix it on it's like a liver. If it's malfunctioning, it's malfunctioning, and you don't know what it's capable of.
And so this malfunctioning thing is the entire source and interpretation of all your sensory input.
I know.
And it's not 100% perfect machine.
Yeah.
Even an iPhone's not perfect.
I mean, I told the story earlier about my iPhone. Well,
my
haunted iPhone.
Your haunted iPhone 3.
Haunted by Steve. This is before
there was also there's another ghost story I know of. By my house in San Jose, California, there was a haunted Toys R Us.
That's so good.
It was in Sunnyvale, California. They said it was supposedly built on a farm where like this little boy was like watching his dad like chop wood. It was like on an orchard because the Bay Area back then was all orchards. But the dad like swung back his axe and like hit this little boy in the head and he bled to death.
Oh my God.
Cut to 100 years later, they built a Toys R Us on this property. And so like people who like work there would say like they would find like balls bouncing on their own and like toys moving.
We were just talking about that, how
so he was like a benevolent ghost.
Rubber balls are like a really good thing for a ghost to move around because they're so light, and also gravity works in everyone's favor for to be like, is that a ghost or is it gravity?
So ghosts are weak?
Well, they don't have a body so they have.
They need to put a lot of energy into moving.
It's hard
things.
to manifest.
Ghosts don't seem threatening to me.
I don't think they're very threatening either. But I have said to my mom and I were talking about it once, and I said, I mean, I'm not scared of ghosts because when have you ever heard of someone being murdered by a ghost? And she's like, Marcy, you wouldn't know. Any accidental death could be a ghost.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
I was like, Marilyn,
that's so scary.
Any accidental death?
She said, well, not every. But any could.
I suppose.
Any unexplained death. She's like, how would you know?
Well, like, what's the percentage?
She's like, you can't investigate them. You can't go get fingerprints. They don't have them.
So is the thing that ghosts are like, do the ghosts know they're ghosts?
I don't know. You have to
I think some do, some don't.
And how come there aren't ghosts everywhere?
There might be.
We just don't know it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there could be a ghost sitting right on your lap.
I will say this. I don't think that you two are going to have a ghostly experience because I do think there needs to be like, it's like if you don't think if you're like, nobody's interested in me, then you just never pick
Marcy.
up. But no, shut up. But you don't pick up when people might be, right? If you're not open to it, then
Sure. But also the flip side of that is if you go in looking for like, I think anything, there might be a ghost anywhere. Any little thing you see will then fit that mold.
It's true.
To a hammer, everything's a nail.
Just like that idea of like you go in for a
that
ghost.
More sex stuff?
That's very sexy.
Well, it's just that idea of like you build a story around what you're looking for.
What you want to have happen.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's why you got to stay right in the middle.
Where Betsy is.
Right where I am.
Basically, what she's saying is you and I are both incapable of the truth. There's no way the truth can get to us because of our polarizing.
We are not two sides of the same
But
coin.
she's perfect.
I'm perfect.
No, I mean we're like opposite ends of the spectrum. Is that I believe and you don't.
I don't believe, but like I am also like
But
I think it would be great if something happened to me. It hasn't.
Yeah. You're not a one who is just like, no, that's not a thing. You're, like, I mean,
love
I guess
hearing about it, but like, I just haven't experienced anything. There's no scientists have ever proven ESP or psychic powers.
I will say,
no psychic has ever solved a murder. They're so great, these psychics. They've never actually done anything
I think
useful.
Some have.
Oh, really? Which ones?
I don't have them off the top of my head because I'm not an expert in it, but I can find some for you.
Well,
I will find some where psychics help cops because there's like TV
they're always
shows
by
about
water.
Well, everything's by water.
They're by a source of water. Gee, thank you.
Your eyes are just like going.
Yeah, they're going around.
I mean,
and around.
We were once on
when you talk to people, like when you like leave them, do your ocular sockets like are they like tired?
No, I'm like turn it on. I'm doing a podcast.
They can't see your eyes rolling. They can feel it though.
We were on a plane. We were on a plane with Sylvia Brown once.
Oh my God!
She runs a pyramid scheme school,
Big
by the
time.
way. But my mom stopped her and as we were leaving the plane, my mom said, "I knew we were going to be fine once you were on this plane." Because why would Sylvia Brown go
why
on a
would
plane
she get
that's
on a plane
I'll
if
tell you
it's
what,
going to crash?
Once I got on a plane and there were two nuns sitting across from me.
Did you get up and leave?
And someone from my childhood sitting behind me, and I thought,
This is
this is going down.
This
is just going down.
Oh my God!
Does it seem like a movie?
It just seemed too weird. Like
Yeah.
it seemed eerie. It didn't. I was fine. Hey,
You're okay.
Why do psychics always work out of crappy houses?
I don't know.
They can't use their powers for
money and fame.
from their own money and fame.
I don't know. Maybe they don't want their
Humble.
nice. Maybe they don't want their
They're
nice.
very humble.
Maybe they don't want you coming into their nice home, so they have a.
They might.
This is a front.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have huge homes up in the hills.
I once sassed a psychic when I came to visit Hollywood when I was 18. And she said, can you believe it?
Mark!
She said, we were just walking by outside and she was staying outside. And she said, here for a reading? And then I said, shouldn't you know that?
I mean, that is the cocked and loaded.
I do
thing
remember
to
that
say.
of what's your name? You should know.
I know, it was
mean-
real dick.
Come on.
But
You're
I like
psychic.
going to psychic readings. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like spending an hour talking about themselves?
I mean, that's why I have podcasts, right?
Right.
Mark, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh,
We're out of time.
I haven't hated everyone.
No, I think
Everyone hates me.
It's great.
if you hate Mark, what's your Twitter?
At Mark Rennie.
Yeah, find him. Tell him how much you hate him.
Don't,
Nah,
please, it's
he
fine.
likes it.
No,
He's
you're
great.
you're so funny that I don't mind you shitting on everything I love.
Great. New Orleans. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, this was
You're the
it's
best.
always fun.
It's so good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.